Do you ever get one of those days when you have to say something? Well, anyone who knows me will know that every day is one of those for me. So here we go. I've been listening to, or not listening, reading lots of stuff about people trying to educate the masses bit by bit, and coming across that brick wall of no, it's an evil thing. Well, I talk to people all the time about cannabis because in my opinion, education is key. Unfortunately, we're up against years and years of deliberate misinformation. And as a former teacher, I learned in educational psychology in university that it's really difficult to unlearn something that you've learned. You know, we've all grown up hearing that cannabis is an evil, dangerous drug. Excuse me a second, I'm just going to have some evil, dangerous drug. So it's like a mountain we've got to try and break down with this, like it's a proper struggle. But it's really important not to tell someone they're wrong. Just tell them that sadly the governments have deliberately lied to them about the efficacy of cannabis as a medicine or just as something nice, you know, not an evil killer, which they claim it to be sometimes. And it's all really to, nowadays at least, it's to maintain their illegal monopoly. People are starting to mistrust the governments and often feel unable to do anything about it. You know, unlike in France where they've got the yellow jacket thing going on. Oh, it's all part of the struggle. For instance, a few weeks ago, a little old lady I was chatting to, she was really nice until I brought up the evil C word. So she didn't really want to talk to me, tried to shut me up, but I carried on, you know, because I'm really sort of stubborn. And I brought up another evil C word, you know, cancer, and another evil C word, and told her all about the side effects of chemo fucking therapy and what it does to my body. And I also told her, hey, you know, we're having this like nice conversation up until just now, nice coherent conversation at least, which we wouldn't have had if I hadn't used cannabis today, because I couldn't have come out of my door. I'd be in too much pain. So it turned, she wasn't completely convinced. I told her, I usually start off with people when they're really anti and say, do you know where the most legal cannabis in the world is grown? And they're always surprised when I say it's in the United Kingdom, and they can look it up on Google because it's there for everybody plain to see, because this government don't give a fuck what people think about them. They just carry on regardless. They're making their money and that's all they care about. Anyway, all that blah 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 blah. You know, I could go on for hours. You know, I was talking to my neighbour about the history of prohibition and where it actually stemmed from, which literally went on for a whole hour because you know it's quite diverse. But anyway, here's the reason I came on, to give you one of my another crap poems. So here we go. When they heard of a plant that grew like a weed with the most nutritious edible seed, its medicinal properties were second to none, with thousands of uses and then still some. If they used it for bricks, it's a carbon sink that could clean up the air. But did that make them think? It could be spun into fabric for clothes and more. Well, at least that's how it was before. No, they made it illegal to own or consume, and don't plant that seed, it's illegal to bloom. So now they just follow an ancient lie. It's a dangerous drug, so they'll pass it by. Medicinal value, it has none. So that's why they put it in Schedule 1. A bunch of lies, not an inkling of truth, that they hold on to now, despite all the proof. Now they grow it themselves with complete autonomy, yet deny it to us. How can that be? They care about profit and they're lying to you. But isn't that what they always do? They ignore the truth while changing the rules and believe we are just a bunch of fools. Historically, they told everyone it was bad, but that bubble has burst, and that makes me glad. The world is much wiser than it was way back when, and soon we'll have medicine growing again. Out in the open where it ought to be, not hidden in closets, but proud and free. And on that day I'll stand and smile. We'll have won the war, but it's been quite a while. I hope you like that. One love.